I will tell you in my own personal story. I went from being a woman who was on welfare. I was living on $700 a month plus food stamps in California with 4 kids. Trucking took my family out of poverty.
Like Dee Sova, more than 350,000 truckers across America choose to operate as independent contractors, filling an essential role in the U.S. supply chain. Rather than work as a company driver, these small business owners purchase or lease their own trucks and either contract their services out to another motor carrier or haul freight directly for their own customers. For more than 90 years, this successful business model has empowered millions of individuals to achieve their American dream.
I needed to have a secure future for my daughters, and I wanted to be able to create that future on my own terms. And I felt like being an independent contractor was the thing that would allow that to happen.
But a new regulation from the Biden administration aims to eliminate that freedom of choice, forcing small trucking business owners to become company drivers by making it exponentially harder for them to classify as independent contractors under federal law.
What the rule does is it moves away from a fairly straightforward, essentially two-part test that previously existed and injects a lot of uncertainty into determining whether an individual is properly classified as an employee or independent contractor.
That's deliberate because the more gray, the more ambiguity, the more opportunity for the plaintiff's bar to come in and litigate this. So this is a dual-pronged strategy for organized labor, union bosses, as well as the plaintiff's bar, trial lawyers. The people that are proposing this law never talked to independent contractors, and I've encouraged them to do so. I've testified on Capitol Hill before the House and Senate, asking them, begging them, talk to an independent contractor. They'll tell you firsthand, I chose this path.
Brian Sheehan is an independent contractor who has owned his own trucking business since 1995.
I like the freedom. I like being able to pretty much pick my own schedule. I love being able to work with my wife. I like the fact that we both went to college and we're both engineers, but we've never had to be an employee of somebody else. We've always been able to be independent.
Whatever their reason, that's their choice. That's their decision and right to pick that path.
ATRI's analysis of independent contractors in the supply chain utilized data from over 2,000 professional truck drivers. Among independent contractors, the top motivators for choosing that path were independence, the ability to set their hours, schedule flexibility, and choice of routes and length of haul.
It gives me the opportunity to go home when I need to. And I can honestly say that this was the first time ever in my career that I earned over 6 figures as a driver. And that for me was huge.
A lot of situations you can make more money driving as an independent contractor owning your own equipment than you can as an employee driver.
You know, there's a lot of people that have the dream to have their own business. They want to be their own boss. We started our business in 1982, so we're 42 years now into this. You know, the thought of taking that away from me because I'm an independent contractor and they want me to go work for somebody else, what do I do with everything that I've built all these years? And I have employees that work for me. What are they going to do?
And that's what we're talking about, is the freedom of choice, the freedom to build the life that we want as entrepreneurs.
They're going to force a lot of people who have been doing this for a long time and have been highly successful into bankruptcy. It's as simple as that.
I think it is an absolute travesty that we are removing people's rights to choose their own career path. And as representing an industry that has 350,000 independent contractors, we are going to be very vocal, very aggressive. We're going to exercise every right that we have to oppose this proposal.
So we're fighting back, first through the legislative process. We're going to be supporting fully the effort to disapprove this regulation using the Congressional Review Act process.
Congress has a special authority to fast-track legislation that will nullify a new rule that has been promulgated by an executive agency.
We're also working on standalone legislation that would make the law in this area more favorable towards independent contractors. That's a more long-term project. There's also litigation underway on this that we are taking a hard look as well.